taken out by cops, by friends of cops, and people turn a blind eye to it. People turn a blind eye to it. If you have white nationalist groups that are being organized, when the heck are we going to organize and put ourselves in those same positions to take over our communities and be prepared to fight? We've had organizations of that nature, but we allow people to tell us that we've allowed people to label them as terrorist organizations. Me, you, and anybody with any common sense knows this. But when you have a media force that is standing behind the propagandized lies about people in our community, you will be suffering at some point. Understand, when you continue to turn a blind eye to something that is that is attacking your community, you are in line. You are inevitably in line for the bullshit. It may not be what Brother Floyd got, might be what I got. I've got my ass kicked by the police. And it's no fun, trust me. It is no fun to get your ass kicked by the police or get harassed by the police. Or, matter of fact, about a year ago, I remember getting pulled over by the police on a routine traffic stop. And I literally said, damn, this might be it. What kind of existence is that when you don't know if today is your last fucking day on earth? Who the hell wants to live like that? Like I said, man, we have to first and foremost reverse some of this problematic behavior, like using terms like white supremacy. I'm just adjusting to it, but what I want people to do is get some of these things out of our vernacular. White nationalism is a fucking illness. We need to filter, we need to detox it, and we need to create mechanisms in which we can get that out of our system first and foremost. Using terms like coon or Uncle Tom and things of that nature in public. Let's stop doing that. At one point in my life, I've never lived in a situation where we didn't say nigga as a group. But at one point in my life, there was no way in hell we would say that word in front of other people. We used to speak about certain things, and it used to be a term we used, like, man, let's stop talking about family business in public. But we do that. We openly, well, brothers don't do this, and sisters don't do this, and sisters lazy, and brothers this, and brothers, no. We gonna have to stop that bullshit too. If you got something bad to say about our community, we are going to have to create safe spaces in which, this is why I call it a disease, because we're going to have to create some safe spaces in which I can talk to 5 or 10 of my friends and unpackage this stress and this dismay that other folks have put on me. And the thing is, until we get in a position so we can just do that, we're going to have to stay on code and walk the straight line. And that's just the bottom damn line. And it's simple things like the word picnic. And when people, I love it when people, you say, hey, you say something to something, you make a statement like I'm making, and people say, well, not all these people and not all that people. And you can't say that about everybody. We're dealing with a group of people who are innately violent. Accept it or not, they are innately violent. If you don't believe me, look at it this way. Last night, the last 3 nights, people were called thugs, looters, and rioters. Right? Okay. This entire country was looted by a bunch of thugs. And they rioted from the Atlantic to the Pacific Ocean. Ask the people they call the Native Americans. They raped and pillaged everything over here, man. And because you got sick, people getting sick and getting their ass kicked, it's a problem, man. Are you outside your damn mind? Tired, man. You cannot kick a dog every day. At some point, you're going to get the hell bit out of you, man. And we're tired. We're not dogs, but it's just an example. You don't believe, by and large, this is a community of violent people? Do you understand the term picnic? Most of us have said, I'm going to this picnic. Well, that term started several hundred years ago when people from this community, from the white community, I ain't scared to say it, from white folks, used to get pick two brothers and pick them to fight against each other to the death and sit around and laugh and joke, and that was pure entertainment. That was entertainment. So, as Sister Tamika Mallory said, we learn this violence from you. See, you can't punch your son or daughter or your wife in the face every day and then be like, when you wake up, stab or shot or in the ER, I can't believe they did this to me. And that's what's happening right now. That's what's happening right now. Code switching. We gonna stop that shit too. See, once we establish our own community, there's no need to no longer code switch. There's no need to code switch. We code switching to kiss her. Oh yeah, I like you, Mr. Jackson or Mr. Smith. Or, yeah, I'm gonna go kick it with you. We gonna hang out. I'm gonna come over your house for the dinner and the company. Yes sir, and I'm no sir and all this. And you really want to punch him in his damn face. See, we have to stop that. Nah, Mr. Smith, I got something to do, man. I got a meeting over at the dig, and I'll holler at you later. We're not doing that no more. No more code switching, folks. Because that's counterintuitive. That is counterintuitive. Because if you can't be you, why the hell are you being around that person? You don't code switch with your woman or your man. You don't code switch with your kid. So why in the hell are you code switching with anybody? And if you don't know what code switching is, it's a fancy way of saying putting your white voice on. You don't do it. Don't nobody code switch for you. But you know what? They do sometimes. Check out Hillary Clinton with this hot sauce shit. That's called pandering with them, though. You pander down, you code switch up. Because you think you're trying to establish yourself in a position of power. Because if I make it to the top, then you gonna be, as Malcolm X said, your ass is gonna be a nigga there too. What they call a brother with a PhD, Dr. Nick. That's what they do. Hey, and if you can't take the language, I'm sorry. I'm pissed off. I'm tired. That's what I am. I'm tired. And then, as an example, I told you the media is part of the problem. You got jackasses like this airhead, Tommy Lauren, on TV saying, how does rioting and looting bring Brother Lloyd back? Well, how the hell did bombing do for 9/11? Did you bomb all those Middle Eastern countries? Did that put them damn buildings back up in New York? When you get tired of being attacked, you attack back. That's what time is, Tommy. But see, this is the thing. We have to stop splintering our community. Like the concept of, we're not a monolith. We don't think the same. Why are we telling people what we think of? If you think, if I offend Jungle Brother, Joe gonna punch me in the mouth, that's what you need to be thinking. And if I have an issue with Jungle Brother, then I need to talk to Jungle Brother. This is some bull. This is exactly what I'm talking about. We always air out our differences publicly. It's cool to disagree, but we have to get into, that's why I said, I'll talk about it later, but we're going to have to galvanize and then put ourselves in a position to which we can speak freely and openly about the problems we have with each other. And we walk out of that room or we hang up that phone, you walk away like it's all good. Look, we've seen historically, whereas people who are put in leadership positions disagree and it splinters our entire community. W.E.B. Du Bois, Booker T. Washington. Booker T was like, hey man, play the game, get some money from a build up our community, and then they'll respect us. W.E.B. Du Bois was like, they ain't never gonna respect us, we just need our rights. They both were right though. But see, the thing is, we have to stop grading ourselves through the prism of their racism. Because why would I need a bigot's acceptance? Because he hates me for no intelligent reason. He has no reason behind his hate. So why the hell would I ever ask for his respect? I'm not gonna do it. He's not gonna give it. So why are you looking for it? That's where I believe Booker T, Dr. King, that's where their problem was. And then you got W.E.B. Du Bois and Brother Malcolm X. They were like, to hell with this, just give us our rights and we'll be done with you. Stop mistreating us and give us what we owe, and I'll be done with you. And they were right. But guess what? You don't have to love Martin and Malcolm and W.E.B. Du Bois and hate Booker T and Dr. King, because all four of them are representative of the way we should be thinking collectively. We want to do our own thing. We want to build our own get down, and then we want to be left the hell alone and to have the option to be happy. That's it. We're not asking for anything anybody else ain't getting. We're not overstepping anything. We're just asking for what every human being on the face of the earth is owed. That's it. That's it. See, we want to look at things through, I'm going to show them. I'm not showing white America a motherfucking thing. I don't care what anybody that's a bigot thinks of me. Because guess what? They don't give a damn about me either. So why am I trying to show somebody or trying to blend in or any of that shit? Because it is an exercise in futility. And again, this is a symptom of being addicted to white nationalism. I'll show you. I'm not showing you shit. I'm going to show my brothers, my sisters, my wife, my son, my daughter, my aunts, uncles, neighbors. And if you don't roll with it, we will roll over your ass. I'm tired of it, y'all. We have to get out of that. And for the people who, it ain't, I'm going to get to that in a minute, bro. It ain't none of this nonsense. You know, when people want to identify certain issues are prevailing and others aren't, and do we need allies on the other side of the fence? Hell yeah, because it's more than us. But if we create a foundation, and that's the premise of today's show, we must create a foundation in which we are self-sufficient, and then once you realize things that you are self-sufficient, you will put yourself in a situation of power. Do you understand? Everybody on earth is following brothers and sisters in America. Hey, let's just go back to the 50s and the 60s. We was doing rock and roll, it caught on. We was doing the Motown sound, it caught on. It's the worldwide music. And we can move right up to today, and it's hip hop today. The way we dress, the way we walk, the way we talk, our slang. And we keep looking past our greatness to measure it next to inferiority. Every place on earth that we've gone, it has been improved. Every place the bigots and the racists have gone, they've destroyed it. So, while we are literally the dog chasing his tail as a community. We must do these things in order to be better. If y'all don't want to be better, that's, hey man, if you want to be better within the American society, that's cool. That's understandable. We can get there. But we must get to, look, I was talking to somebody before the show. Trying to get better as a community before we get better trying to get better as a country, before we get better as a community, is paramount to saying, let me get up tomorrow morning and wash my neighbor's ass, and then I'm going to come on over here and wash my own ass. That's what time it is. And if you don't believe me, look at the situations. You got Brother Lloyd choked the fuck out, and you got two men on the other side. See, what they didn't initially show us were the two men on the other side of the car holding Brother Lloyd down, and this jackass standing on his neck. And then you got the Asian dude who's standing there watching it. That's lack of respect. Because you would not do that for anybody. And this is why I say media is the problem. Some of y'all are not old enough to remember this, and others do. You must remember people like Susan Smith. If you don't know who Susan Smith is, look her up, Google. You got a computer in your hand. It's either a tool or a toy. Make it a tool today and keep making it a tool. Susan Smith is the woman who killed her children and said, hey,